Hola, mi amigo. Soy Thingy. Mucho gusto. Translated, that's hello and welcome to Thingy's Racing Channel. And again, we're with the Amigos racing team for round two. I say round two. It's a very loose championship. There's no table. It's just, you can just drop in and crack on. Is this thing ever going to start? And, yeah, it has done already. And crack on. So there's no table or anything like that. It's just a fun league that's has no table. It's just races each week. One week they race in the Mazda. The next week they race in the Alfa Romeo 155. This is round two, and we're at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield B, reverse, and we're in the Alfa Romeos with 10 times fuel usage and 4 times tyres usage. So you can see this may be slightly mathematical. And I do pre-warn you, a lot of it's going to be in the dark. So really, you're just going to be watching headlights, I'm afraid. But I think there's a little bit of lighting, so you might see some cars. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to look at the grid, but I'm also going to do a cheeky little quick link it. So you talk amongst yourselves, get comfortable, grab your popcorn, tell a friend, do all the things you need to do, whilst I mess around with trying to share sugar. And then we'll look at the grid, because that's important. I am so sorry, guys. This is literally seconds. It'll take seconds, he says. I promise. So this is action from Wednesday evening with the Amigos racing team, with the Amigo racing team at Blue Moon Bay Speedway in the Alfa Romeos. Let's have a look at the grid. But all that wasted time, it would be usually me telling you what the table is anyway, and there is no table, so you're all good. Right, on pole then, where are all the cars? Oh no, where's all the cars? I must look the other way. I honestly thought it was that way. Okay, on pole, we have Quinny in a lovely replica 93 Alfa Romeo 155 livery, that, and that must have taken him ages. He must have been toiling over that one for quite some time. So well done. That's almost a near perfect replica, Quinny. Good show, old chap. Like it. In second place, there's no hassle, and it is no hassle. There it is. Oh, nice. I like what you've done. I like the cut of your jib. Look at that. Nice stuff. So that's no hassle. He's second on the grid. Third on the grid, it's Hockers. Oh, he's got one of those cartoon style things. I've always wanted to do one, but I just do not have the patience to sit there putting all those black lines on. But man alive, it's worth it, innit? Look at it. Oh, that's just awesome. I could drool over that all day. But we do have a race to get on with, and it's 45 laps, I think, or something like that. So that's Hockers, third on the grid. Fourth on the grid is Dave Cole. Dave, we'll call him. And, oh, nice. He's got a Gulf livery, but it's like a bit of a replica, but Gulfed. I don't know if it's real. I don't know my racing all that well. I think no, who knows? But that is fantastic. Well done, Dave. In fifth is the tired old Tiger. And again, look at them all. Look, stylish. They look the same, but they're different colours. It's impressive. Can you buy them in different colours? No, I think you can only get them in red, can't you? So there you go. Beautiful stuff from the tired old Tiger. Sixth on the grid is Matt. Again, with another replica. I like it. Isn't confusing at all when you're trying to talk about people going around. And they're all, although there's only two of them in there, in all fairness, in red. A pale blue one and a yellow one. It's all good. Then in seventh, we've got Matt. And I don't know who he supports as a team, but I know he's in the Amigos racing team. He's our, is that Matt? Am I on Matt? No, that's Urban Fire. That was Matt. Who was I calling that? Who was I calling? That's Matt.
Evening,
Sorry.
young
That's... Oh, I've lost him. That's Urban Fire. Sorry, he's the host with the most. He's the organiser behind this shambles. It's beautiful. It's just how I like it. Scuffed. Beautiful stuff. And then in the final spot is Thingymajig in the Milwaukee Alpha. And guess who didn't do any practice before? I don't think it would matter against this bunch anyway. They're rather swift. So that's the grid. Let's get on with the race, because it's a long one. That's what she said. Okay, is that annoying? Because I have to have sound on just in case. Oh, Hockers is in the chat saying, evening, young man. Well, hello. Are you ready? Get rid of this. And away we... Oh, no. Should I put it back a bit? The lights are on 3. Look at me. I'm all... No, because it's 2 seconds in. Screw it. We're going live. We'll do it live. So, Quinny on pole. No Hassle in second. And away we go. And they're going to be looking at their fuel tanks almost instantaneously. With that times 10 fuel, it's all going to be about fuel preservation, I'm sure. So Quinny leads them away from No Hassle. Hockers is in there early. Hockers wants some early action. He's not messing about. He's not messing around with fuel. He says, screw the fuel. Let's get to the checkered flag. So Hockers already on the move in the cartoon livery. And it's looking dashing. No Hassle dropping back into a 3-way battle here with Dave and Matt. Matt looking like he is eager to get by with the Tiger just sitting there behind him, and the Tiger looking for some action as well in the mid-pack here. Is all go, go, go. And Dave then slotting in behind Matt, but what's the action up here? With No Hassle sliding around the first corner. The 2 cars in front have disappeared, and Tiger went a little wide there, had a little kiss with the barrier, but all is good. Quinny then leads this race from Hockers. Them 2 look like they've absolutely pelted it. They've shot the bolt. No Hassle leading the train of cars around in the tow machine, and No Hassle is the tower whilst everyone gets towed. Matt, Dave, Tiger, Urban Fire, and ooh, there's a Golf there. Who was that? Dave, and Golf. No, Golf. Sorry, not Golf. Golf Alpha was having a look, I thought, at Matt, but at the moment I think everyone's settling down, thinking about their fuel tanks. Urban Fire then, he's getting a lovely tow off the Tiger, and Thingymajig not that far back, but I think he's too far to get a tow, so he's going to be burning more fuel. Oh, maybe he's just about getting a tow off of Urban there. So Quinny, the mighty Quinny, leads them from Hockers, but Hockers getting closer. Hockers in that tow. No lifting going on there whatsoever. No Hassle and Matt with Dave Fincoil. It's all in the midfield here. Oh, he's looking around the outside of the corner. There is no outside now. And he tucks back in behind Matt, who's chasing down No Hassle. Those laps are flipping away, aren't they? Third lap already of 45. And even here we can see Dave. Oh, Dave smashes into the barrier and it pushes him wide onto the other barrier. He's carrying some damage here. What's the damage behind him? Yes, Tiger is ready to leap with Urban dragging him along, and it looks like Thingymajig dropping back even further. Let's have a look at the state of play. In lap 4, fuel is down to 3/4 for Quinny. Hockers also 3/4. No Hassle 3/4. It's about the same. But No Hassle has caught up the 2 leading cars. They've started backing off, it seems. And yeah, Hocker's backing off a lot more than he was on the first couple of laps. Creating a lovely train there, and No Hassle now picking up a tow. Finally, he said, finally. Matt in 4th, also with a good tow, but Matt using up his fuel a little more than those around him. He's going for a move as well, but he backs out of it. He doesn't want to cause any tears this early in the race, and No Hassle is still in 2nd. Hockers has dropped back. Hockers doesn't want to be the tower. He says someone else can tow. And No Hassle's already been doing the towing. That's not fair. Should let Matt through, but Matt's burning fuel, so he's just going to disappear. Wowzers, it's fast when they come down that straight. So all three of these giving each other a tow, heading up towards Quinny. And Matt's on half a tank of fuel next to Hocker's just over half. Dave on half a tank of fuel. Tiger's on half a tank. Urban's just over half. And Thingymajig a little bit more, but I think he can afford to put his foot down a little, eh? I don't get a shift on. So Quinny then is the tower. They've all caught up the back now and no hassle. Whoa, huge wiggle on in the final corner. But Quinny clings on, still to the lead with no hassle. Hockers, Matt and Dave just catching them up. On board with Dave, we can see the row, the gaggle of Alphas up ahead as the sun disappears over the horizon. And then it's going to get scary. It's when the monsters come out. The Alpha monsters. Looking 3 wide up the front there. They're swapping positions nicely. Quinny still leading. Matt stuck up behind at no hassle. And Dave making a move on Matt. Dave and Matt's fuel pretty much the same there, and that's Dave getting the move done on Matt, but at the moment they're in the tow train, so it really doesn't matter what position they're in. Medium tyres for Tiger, I didn't notice that. Is that going to pay dividends later on? Medium tyres for Tiger, but he is getting through his fuel. Urban just under half a tank of fuel now, and Thingymajig just about the same as Urban. So Thingymajig and Urban, pretty much now Urban's doing 53s, with Thingymajig doing 54s, low 54s though. Quinny doing 53.7 last time around, dragging the rest of the field with him. Hockers, early 54s, half a tank. The sun has really gone down now. It is pretty dark. No hassle, seeing Matt coming through, no hassle. Starting to ease off that fuel. Early shifting. Trying to eke that fuel out, but lovely tow all the way up to the back of them. So no hassle. Oh, and Dave's had a little bit of a slide, but it's all good. He's still in position. But like I said, at the moment, position isn't really that big of a deal as long as you're still in the fight. And these 7 are. Thingymajig dropping back. He's fuel save. He's trying to fuel save and tyre save, but to what? To what? What end? What end is he going to get out of that? Quinny, at the moment, still leading the pack around his early days on this mainly oval. There is a couple of corners, but they're barely anything to talk about. Quinny still leads. Hockers, Matt now up in 3rd, Dave in 2nd, no hassle, dropping down into 5th now. And is that through his fuel saving? His tyres aren't getting saved, if his fuel is. And Tiger there on his mediums, probably a little smug with himself, thinking the mediums were the right way to go. Urban right under his spoiler, and his tyres are pretty half-baked. And he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel left. We're on lap 9 of 45. Thingamajig's on a quarter of a tank. He's in 8th place. Tyres are a little better position than Urban's. Quinny is, whoa. Quinny has got a load of fuel. He is saved. He is saved, but been swift without a tow as well. So Quinny is doing an absolutely bang-up job out there. He's slapping. Hockers, not, well, quite similar fuel really. Quinny and Ockers. Ockers looks like, is he getting the move? No, is that Dave? Dave's going for a move, but he's going to have to come into the pits pretty soon. And that is that Dave peeling off into the pits. So Dave burning through that fuel like it costs nothing. And Tiger goes in with him as well. 2% and 6% fuel left. Matt in 3rd then with no hassle. Oh, there's a right gaggle here, isn't there? No hassle. Urban fire. Oh, no, that's Matt, sorry. No hassle's now up into 3rd. You'll have to excuse me, it's dark. It's hard to see. Don't like putting the names on, but I mind if it makes it easier. I know who I'm looking at there. Don't like names on there, but it might be worth doing. Shall we see what it feels like? We might hate it and say no.
Is this life?
Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Hang on.
More carrots needed face with tears.
Display driver's plate. There we go. So did some people. There's Tiger. He's come out. He didn't change his tyres. Matt's now gone in. In the chat, we've got Big Madaz. Is this live? No, it's not live racing. It's just a replay from last night, from Wednesday night's racing. So Dave Filoni will be hoping to jump Matt. And Hocker's saying from last night, but stream is. There you go. More carrots needed, says Hocker's with the dark. Yeah. So Quinny's still out there. Loads of fuel. Tyres not great. Hocker's, oh, he's doing a little better on fuel now, isn't he? And we've got No Hassle right there in his stream. No Hassle looking like he's going to get some movement. Urban and Thingy also not pitting. They're up there, but Thingy's on the actual brink. And oh no, is that Urban out of fuel? That looks like Urban going quite slowly into the pits. Thingy's going to come across him. No, what's going to happen? He's going to push him into the pits. So Dave made that pit. He got out ahead. No, Dave made the pit earlier. Has got ahead of Matt. Matt at the moment in 7th. Tiger has slipped to the back for some reason. He didn't change his tyres, you think. Well, I say he slipped to the back. He was behind them pair, so he's in position now. Big Batters says, looks so good, the night racing. And, yeah, I know. It's you can't see the cars, I think. It's just headlights you're watching. But the names help. Hockers then leads, No Hassle, Quinny. These three are not pitted. Now Thingymajig, Urban Fire is pitted. That's everyone, is it? No Hassle's not pitted, has he? No, the top three haven't pitted yet. So Hockers leads in the cartoon car with Quinny now dropping down into second. Quinny's been leading all this time. Now he's left it up to Hockers. No Hassle comes in. Can Dave get a jump on him with that earlier stop? Dave is carrying the fastest lap so far in this race, with Matt now having to beat off the old Tiger. And is he man enough to do it? I've heard it's hard to do. Thingymajig is ahead. Oh, he come out the pits ahead because Urban ran out of fuel, but Urban all up and in his busyness. And Urban absolutely trying to climb into the boot of that Alfa Romeo and push Thingymajig along. He's saying, you're too slow, move, move. I'm not fuel saving as much as you. So Thingymajig then, oh, they've done their outlap, so it's hard to say. Hockers then is stayed out. Quinny is stayed out. Finkel has got ahead of, no Hassle's come right out below Matt and Dave. Interesting. So No Hassle having to save fuel right near the last lap or two. 54.3 has lost track position, but he's coming at her now. No Hassle up against Matt and Dave. No, the Tiger and Matt, sorry. Dave's gone. Dave's up the road. We're waving goodbye to Dave. See you later, Dave. And that's No Hassle then. That's how it's done. Past Matt and the old Tiger. But Matt's sticking with No Hassle. He wants it. Hockers is in. Hockers is in. Quinny has managed to get another lap out, but he's doing 57s and 56s. Is it feasible? Can he still take the lead after doing such slow laps? Hockers never dropped out of the 54s, but Quinny doing a 56 and a 57, crawling around, and he gets there. Unbelievable stuff. Let him do my finances. So Dave, lovely early pit stop, so it does put him out of whack with the other guys, but he's running a nice second at the moment, with Hockers in third ahead of No Hassle, and the Matt in fifth ahead of the old Tiger. And Urban Fire, oh, he slipped back from Thingymajig. He was giving Thingymajig what for, and Thingymajig early 54s. 54.9 from No Hassle, maybe saving fuel. Quinny's dropping right down. This is a long pit stop, is it not? He's going to jump them all though, surely. So Quinny coming out in where? Seventh behind Thingymajig. That is unbelievable. That is because he took too long. And oh, Urban Fire finding himself a Quinny right in the way. And he gets around him now, does he? Yes, he does get around him. And Quinny there, I don't know if it was wise going those 2 extra laps, but he was in more fuel further and later down the road, so it could come in for him. We could see. Dave then is leading this race. Dave is leading the race ahead of Hockers and No Hassle, but Dave is already past the halfway mark on the fuel level. Lap 15 of 45. Hockers, No Hassle and Matt all in it. All in it. Wow, No Hassle, a little jerk there. You gotta jerk it out. The old Tiger's in. He's got half fuel. Hey, is it the tyre? Sorry. No one needs to flick around like that. Yeah, oh yeah, I think his medium tyres has given up on him. And he's into the pits. Dave leads. Hockers, No Hassle and Matt all bunched up together. Thingymajig in 5th place with Urban Fire not far behind in 6th. Quinny doing some major fuel saving now. We're going to see something really impressive, I'm sure, from the Quinster. And there goes the tired old Tiger back out again. He's gone for another set of mediums and refilled. What can he do from here? It puts him on the back foot a little bit, but we will see. Dave is absolutely tearing up the track here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. He's on fire. He is lit with a capital L. So Dave tearing up Blue Moon Bay Speedway. Infield B reverse. But he's burning through that fuel as well. He's absolutely just gunning it. Hockers, No Hassle and Matt all doing a bit of fuel conservation. Thingymajig there in 5th place ahead of Urban Fire. Urban Fire 53.5. Last time around he's closing in on Thingymajig, who did a 53.8. Both of them, Thingymajig burning through his fuel a little more than Urban this time, with Quinny then in 7th. Quinny doing 55s. He wants to go long. Only one more pit stop for Quinny. Where the other guys are going to definitely need another couple of stops. Tired old Tiger out of order at the moment, but when they all start pitting, we might see something there. We might see a tactical genius move. Dave at the moment is owning it, but he's got to come into the pits. So Hockers, No Hassle and Matt all lined up with half a tank of fuel. Whoa, Hockers is a good saver. My good golly gosh, will you look over my books, Hockers? Because you could save me a penny or two. A little moment for the hot brew. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, that is so good. So Dave into the pits then. Dave is into the pits. Hockers is going to take over the lead with No Hassle and Matt all jumping up a position. Now where is Dave going to come out? Thingymajig as well with, a quarter of a tank of fuel. Urban Fire, a little more than Thingymajig. Quinny is, oh my God, he's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Tired old Tiger's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel already. Is he gunning it? He's gunning it. He's heading back up. Dave's in, getting serviced, whilst Hockers leads from No Hassle. And Matt, that's your top 3. And they're all very close together, although Matt has burnt. He did pit a lot earlier than those guys, didn't he? And he's got through his fuel. He'll be pitting next between Hockers and No Hassle, both on half a tank of fuel. Thingymajig on 1/4 of a tank of fuel. Urban, exactly the same. Urban starting to turn that wick up, isn't he? Starting to burn the fuel. He liked what he saved. He thought, I can go a little more with this. I can go a little harder. Quinny, I think he's driving to the end. And so Dave's out. If Dave is out, he's ahead of Tiger. And it may be it might as well be half a lap ahead on a oval. It's very difficult. You've got to be in it to win it. So Tiger, he may now. Oh, I don't know though. It doesn't look like he's closing up on Finkel. Dave. So the old Tiger giving it some welly. You can see the lights. You can see the lights. Oh, yeah, see, it looks miles away when you're in car, but on the spectator cam, they're not that far apart. Meanwhile, Hockers, half a tank of fuel, little scratch on that front left tyre. But other than that, everything going extremely well. He's got the fastest lap with a 53.204. No hassle chasing him down. He was a 53.398 last time around. And these guys, I don't think, are saving fuel anymore. They've left Matt in the dust. And I'm not sure. Matt looks like he's now decided to start conserving some fuel at this point. I think they're all short shifting, aren't they? Look, 4th gear around there. I was doing it in 3rd, I think. So yeah, Matt, all changing, not even halfway up his rev limiter. So major fuel conservation from the Matt. With Thingymajig now in 4th, but he needs a pit. And Urban Fire also looking for that pit lane. Who's pitted then? Was it Dave? Yeah, Dave. So Thingymajig is going to be into the pits. And Urban and Thingymajig absolutely dicing all the way through this one. But there they go, into the pits. Urban as well. Quinny will pick up a position, half a tank of fuel. It's not enough to get to the end. He's definitely going to have to make another pit stop. I'm pretty sure Dave's going to be absolutely pelting it by. Where is he? He's not quite on the start straight yet, but these two are not even at the pit lanes. So Dave will move up. Can Tiger get by Thingymajig and Urban Fire? Hockers is still going well with over a quarter of a tank of fuel with no hassle. Also a quarter, no hassle now as he's turned the engine back up to maximum effort because he's closing in on Hockers, and Hockers may have a cold sweat at the moment, worrying about a hassle-free no hassle coming his way to give him some hassle. Hustle the hassle, or the hassle will hustle you. Matt's into the pits, Matt's into the pits. Quinny is saying, ha ha ha, it's all coming to plan. It's all coming together. So Quinny then moves up into 3rd place, just needs those front 2 to pit, but they've got same Quinny, sorry, that was Quinny moving up 3rd. They're onto a quarter of a tank of fuel, so they will be pitting, but I don't know how that's going to turn out. Interesting. Dave, our old race leader, half a tank of fuel, but he's got Quinny ahead of him now, so he's not going to take over the lead again, I don't think. Matt's still in the pits. Old Tiger did get ahead of Thingymajig and Urban Fire. Thingymajig coming out ahead. And who's that just ahead? It's Matt. It's Matt. He's beat Thingymajig and Urban Fire out of the pits. And it's a close race between those 3, really, isn't it? So Thingymajig on his way around with Urban Fire. Hockers out there. Never too far away from the Hasselhoff. The Hasselhoff. Can we call him No Hasselhoff? So, No Hasselhoff out there eating cheeseburgers. If you don't know that reference, then you're too young. Could have gone with an old reference. I could have said he was talking to Kit, but I didn't. Hockers then. Hockers feeling hassle. And Quinny just cruising. Quinn's just out for a cruise today. Then we've got Dave absolutely flying, driving furiously behind that wheel, absolutely chugging it. With Tiger doing a cracking job. He's out of sequence though. He's going to be pitting pretty soon, and I don't know if that's going to be a pit stop that's going to see him to the end. We're over halfway. We're on lap 24 of 45. Well, Matt's on lap 24. I'm sure Hopkins is probably on lap 25. We'll see. So Matt then in 6th, coming out the pits just ahead of Thingymajig, but Matt's saving that fuel a little more than Thingymajig. Thingamajig's seeming to feel quite loose with that fuel at the moment. Let's have a look how his rev limiter is, because he drives in VR and he hasn't got a clue. Tiger has gone into the pits. Jesus, he's changing very early. The others changing about halfway. That's not too, no, that is quite early. So very early changes for Thingymajig. And he's really trying to save some fuel out there. Old Tiger's in, so's Hockers, so's No Hassle. Quinny's just going to give him a little wave as he goes by. You know, not your ordinary wave, but the wave like the Queen does. He's just going to rotate his wrist as he drives down the straight, saying, yaha. Oh no, someone's on the move. Someone's coming out. That'll be Tiger. That'll be Tiger. Yeah, Tiger's on his way out. Hockers and No Hassle still filling up as Quinny gives them the bird. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard about the bird? So Quinny goes through. Dave's up into second place. Hocker's back out of the pits in third. No Hassle in fourth. They are suited and booted, filled with fuel and ready to dance. Dave down to less than a quarter of a tank of fuel. Quinny also just on a quarter of a tank of fuel. It is interesting. Everyone's going differently. 3/4 of a tank for Matt. Thingymajig now. Oh, he looks like he's struggling with Urban Fire, giving him some large. Urban Fire, 53-2 from Urban Fire last time. He has definitely pulled the trigger on his gun, and he is shooting it at Thingymajig. Old Tiger, after that pit stop, is behind these guys, and quite a ways, just ahead of the leaders, really. Quinny leads, Dave Finkel, and then Hocker's in third, very closely followed by No Hassle. And at the moment we're sat on board with Urban Fire for a lap. Why not, eh? Let's go for a lap. Let's see. I don't know if he overtakes me on this lap. I'm pretty sure he nails me soon. Spoiler. Excuse me. Oh, did you see the flames coming out the back of that Alpha? Dead sexy, that. Oh, again. Nice. I should be watching his gears third. Early changes there, but Thingymajig handing it to him. Oh, yeah. The engine sounds immaculate in the Alpha. Should be quiet so you can hear it. It's going to come out straight, so we'll listen to it coming down straight. Dave's into the pits. Then we'll listen to the engine. I promise. Well, it sounds a lot better when you're not short shifted. We'll find someone who's gunning it in a minute and have a listen. But beautiful stuff there from Urban as he follows a Thingymajig around. Is there some coming about? It didn't come back up. I don't remember it getting back to light again. Dave into the pits then. That's Thingy and Urban up a couple of positions. But is that Dave set to go to the end? Well, no, surely not. It's around about anywhere between 10 to 15 laps they were dragging out of these cars. And that's over 17 laps to go. So Dave, I think, is going to have to make either some very big decisions on whether or not... No, he goes right up to the rev limiter. So he's going to make another pit stop. Look at him go. I haven't seen anyone touch the top of the rev limiter yet, but he is. So Dave's gunning it. We should listen to his car, yeah, then. Oh, shit. You dizzy yet? Where is he? Here we go. We'll listen to it. He's gunning it, so you'll get a good sound. Beautiful. Absolutely delicious. It's an amazing car. Absolutely amazing car. So that's Dave in 7th, being chased by the Tiger, but the Tiger with the medium tyres, and it looks like the medium tyres are going to let him down again. His tyres and his fuel's out of sequence, isn't it? It's a shame. Quinny then. Oh, Quinny's on vapor. Hocker's isn't. No Hassle's at... Oh, No Hassle. What has he pitted? Hey? How's No Hassle got all that fuel? Oh, Quinny, yeah, sorry, no. Yeah, Quinny, he hasn't pitted for ages, has he, Quinny? When did the last time he pitted? I say 15 laps, but I think he's getting like 20-odd laps out of it. Nah, he's got to pit now. Probably was 15. Hockers then, I got all confused. I thought No Hassle and Hockers had been into pit. I thought they were lower fueled than that, but they're not. They pitted at the same time, didn't they? So that's Quinny in. Where's he going to come out? Oof, 0% when he hit these markers. Matt then in 4th, and that's going to move him back into a podium position. But how's it all going to filter out? We've got 15 laps to find out. This is some cray stuff. So Matt up into 3rd, Thingymajig up into 4th with Urban Fire. Oh, Urban Fire right on his Jaxie. He's right on his rear dairy air, and he's aiming to do some damage. So Urban Fire looking set to get a move done on Thingymajig. Thingymajig takes it into that corner a little faster than Urban, or maybe Urban just didn't fancy it. And I thought we saw some action there. Although it is closer when you look this camera angle. So Urban looking set to make a move on Thingymajig for that 4th place. And Thingymajig, I don't think there's much he's going to be able to do about it. 54.4 last time for Thingymajig, 53.9 from Urban. So it just goes to show Urban's really pushing exactly the same fuel. Urban's got a little more tyre wear. Quinny came out behind the pair of them. And is that Quinny to the end? It is, isn't it? If he can get 15 laps out of that bad boy, that's him driving to the end. Dave is so much closer, but Dave's going to have to make another stop, where I don't think Quinny will. Oh, it's a big bold statement, I know, but I don't think Quinny's going to have to make another stop. Dave's going to. So Tiger is going to need to reboot that car because his shoes are broken. Hocker's now half a tank of fuel, but he's got a little gap from No Hassle. No Hassle does not get the toe advantage from the Hawks. And No Hassle Hoff just can chase him down. Matt in 3rd. Tired is in again for those tyres, and I suppose he'll top up with fuel. But Matt now in 3rd place. He's considerably less fuel than the guys ahead of him, but more fuel than Thingymajig. And Urban looks like he's ready to get the move. I think Thingamajig's... it's so tight between the pair of these. All race long, these pair have absolutely duelled it out whilst trying to conserve fuel. And that is very tricky balancing act to do, is trying to conserve fuel and duel. It's tricky. It's trick to rock around, you rock around, you rock around. It's tricky. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. But Urban, I'm sure now, is ready to get himself by Thingamajig. And they're both going to come into the pits, it looks like, with Thingamajig ahead of Urban still. And Dave will move back up and into 4th place. Oh, Dave's obviously... No, Dave's... thought he was right up. No, he's got past Quinny. Sorry, I thought Quinny was ahead of him, but Dave's got himself past Quinny. Oh, because Quinny's going to have to do some major fuel save. That's it. I'm with you. Matt's all right. He's going to have to pit, though, at the end of this one. He's pushing it. He's pushing it with No Hassle, and Hocker's doing fine. There we go. Dave and Quinny past Thingamajig and Urban Fire that are in the pit stops now. It's a battle of the pit crew. They're all just stood there staring. Do something, you Oh, yeah, there he goes. He's just filled that one up. And Urban moving as well. Thingy's still ahead of Urban. Thingy still ahead of Urban. Coming out the pits. And now they have 11 laps to duke that one out. And I don't think there'll be fuel saving either of them. Maybe. We'll see. The Tiger, does he have an opportunity to catch him up? He's not that far behind and he's gunning it. Matt has had to come in. Dave will move up, but Dave's on a quarter of a tank of fuel with only 11 laps remaining. Quinny there. He's eking that out all the way to the end. Thingamajig in 6th with Urban Fire in 7th. Tiger in 8th. Hocker's making his way around on a quarter of a tank of fuel. No Hassle on a quarter of a tank of fuel. They're not going to get that to the end. They're going to have to make a pit stop. And so is Dave. All 3 of them similar fuel tanks. But Dave's some way behind those 2. Quinny is right there. Is he going to be able to get ahead of Hockers and No Hassle after the pit stop? With the pace he's having to run, late 54s. And they're doing 53s, early 53s. This is going to be tight. It's going to be tight, I think. You watch, they'll come out of the pits like a mile ahead of him. But I think it might be tight. It looks tight. Matt's out ahead of Thingamajig. And I don't think there's anything, he's too far ahead. And there's nothing Urban or Thingamajig can do about Matt now at this point in the race. Thingamajig pulling away from Urban, but burning the fuel a little more than Urban. Maybe Urban being sensible. And Thingy letting the blood rush to his head, thinking it's the final bit. I've made this fuel last 12 laps. I can easily gun it on 10. Tiger then, he just didn't go right for him. He's put some softs on now at the end. But again, he might have to stop for fuel. He really gets through his fuel. He was fueling up when he changed his tyres. So Hocker's now getting ready for a pit, as is No Hassle. Dave as well needing a pit, and it's all about the Quinster. Is he close enough? I believe he could well be, you know. Yeah, oh, it's tight, it's tight. He's just going past the pits now as Dave goes into the pits. Hockers is just coming around the final part of the lap with No Hassle closing in. Actually, No Hassle closed back that gap between himself and Hockers quite nicely. And I think Quinny may have pipped this one with the longer cutting out a pit stop. May have been the way to go, but it's hard to drive like that and maintain a good pace. Matt then in fourth, Thingymajig in fifth, and he's definitely opened up the gap between himself and Urban. Look at that, 53.1. He wants it. No Hassle's fastest lap is a 53.1, so Thingymajig pretty much there on the fastest lap. Urban Fire 53.9. He's being sensible. Look, Thingymajig down to nearly half a tank of fuel, and there's still a lot of laps to go, and maybe Thingamajig's not counting lap 45. Matt's back out ahead. Oh no, he didn't pit, did he? No, it's these two. Hockers is out. Hockers is out ahead of Quinny. Hockers is out ahead of Quinny with No Hassle. They didn't fully fill. They've only 3/4 filled, but they've still got considerably more fuel than Quinny, which means they can push a little harder. And Quinny, he's going to be stuck there. He can only maintain a certain pace, and he might have to say goodbye to his buddies Hockers and No Hassle. He might have to see No Hassle off. So Quinny, it was looking good, but now limited by pace. He might not be able to fight the No Hassle. Matt then, oh, I can't make a call with this fuel. Half a tank for Thingamajig. Urban Fire. How's Dave ended up behind them? Oh, Dave, that did not work out well for him, did it? He made the pit stop. I thought he was going to be ahead of Thingamajig and Urban Fire, but he's somehow been shuffled to 7th spot. And Tiger has had an absolute nightmare. He's also hit a barrier somewhere, and he's only got a 1/4 of a tank of fuel, which ain't going to get him to the end. So, Hockers, Quinny, there we go, No Hassle already, with 6 laps remaining, already driving past Quinny, and Quinny's got to ask himself, is there enough distance between himself and Matt? And there is not. But Matt's not on much more fuel than Quinny, so he might be safe from Matt. Thingamajig pulling away from Urban Fire, and it's levelling out the fuel now. Is Thingamajig backing off? He's done a few 53s, and now he's back into the 54s. Urban Fire doing it the opposite way round, keeping them... oh no, he did a 53 as well. Well, Urban Fire feeling more comfortable, pushing up towards Thingamajig. Dave, I don't know how that's happened. I really don't know how. I think, because he was doing earlier pit stops, wasn't it? So I think he may have had to do one stop more than the others. And old Tiger's been making a pit stop for his tyres and his fuel. Hockers leads. Hockers leads. 5 laps remaining. 5 laps remaining, No Hassle. He's on the same fuel. He's done the fastest lap at 53.0. He's pushing on. Hockers could be in trouble there. And Quinny, I think he can only maintain a certain pace. I think he's driving for 3rd place today and no more. But he's all right. The old Tiger's back in again. So that's unfortunate. Poor Tiger. It hasn't gone the way he would like it to go. 5th place for Thingamajig with Urban Fire all up, and he's going to be in his business. A 53.7 from Urban Fire last time around. Thingamajig at 54.3. Is he very nervous about his fuel? He is very nervous about his fuel, and so should he be. It's getting close. Dave there, half a tank of fuel. Will he catch if Thingamajig has to back off? Oh, I tell you, Dave's got a lot more. That could be tricky stuff down here. We're on lap 41 of 45. Hockers leads from No Hassle with Quiddy in third, Matt in fourth. But I think the closest race at the moment is Thingymajig having to conserve against Urban Fire, who is absolutely awash with fuel. He's fine, and Dave isn't that far behind if Thingymajig has to back right off. Here we go, Urban Fire getting a lovely tow. Where's he going to do it? It's not a if, it's a when and where. Can Thingymajig keep him behind? I don't know. I think that fuel is absolutely shot. Ooh, that was close between the two of them. Urban keeping on with keeping on. We should look at the top, but these two are dicing. It's not about me. Oh, and Hocker says he loves the new nickname for Hasselhoff. No Hasselhoff. So, Urban Fire then all over Thingymajig. Let's have a look at the leaders. Hocker's absolutely owning it. Look at it, 53-2. No Hasselhoff was putting them in, but he can't now. He's not getting the lap times he wants. And Quinny driving to a Delta, but he's into the 53s now. He must have done the math and worked out he can burn some fuel now to the end with only 2 laps remaining. Matt's doing okay as well on a quarter of a tank of fuel. And here we go, Thingymajig under fire. Urban Fire, that's the fire he's under, and he's just lifted. He's lifted and let him go because he just knows he can't get there. I tell you what, it's not that much less than Urban. It's not that much less than Urban, so I don't know what he's got the panic on for. And where's Dave? Dave's too far back. He's got more fuel, but... Ooh, he's doing some barrier inspection. Tiger then, got a feel for him. Did not pan out the way he wanted it to, but Hockers it did. A 53-0. No Hasselhoff still got that fastest lap. But when you've taken a win and then given your missus a motorboat, then you're fine. Or you motorboat your missus, you don't give her a motorboat, sorry. That's what everyone else does when they win, don't they? Surely. That's the prize. Jump out of the rig, run over to the wife and go... That's like my champagne for winning. Doesn't happen often. So Hockers then, he's just about to start the final lap. So his wife better get ready. And No Hasselhoff in second place. And Quinny there. Oh, that fuel. He's going to get it to last, but whoo. Matt then. Oh, he's on the brink as well as they go on the final lap. Everyone's judged their fuel beautifully. Urban Fire did have enough fuel in the end. Thingymajig just on the brink as well. Dave's got loads. And Tiger's got loads. So Hockers then. We'll watch him. Coming around the last few corners. What a race Hockers has had. An amazing livery as you see the flames burst out the back of the Alpha, and the Alpha burst over the checkered flag. And Mrs. Hockers, get ready. There you go. Super stuff from the Hockmeister. No Hasselhoff in second. Queenie brings it up in third. And Matt is the best of the rest in fourth, or the first of the losers, whichever you wish to say. Urban Fire did an amazing race, following Thingymajig most of the way, and in the end just popped it one past the Thingy and getting fifth. Thingymajig comes home in sixth place, no fuel on board. Dave's getting there, and I don't know what happened. Oh, Dave had to do an extra stop, didn't he? He did early stops. He gunned it. He gunned it all the way, didn't he? No fuel saved with Dave. No fuel saved till Brooklyn, and the old Tiger all over the place with his tyres. All sorts of business was going on with the tired old Tiger. Tyres were a dilemma, fuel was a dilemma. He was pitting here, he was pitting there. It was all over the show. Breathe, everybody. We can take a breath now. That was a lot more exciting than I expected it to be. I was a bit nervous. I thought in the dark, sulky, because it's hard to stream them in the dark. And I thought ovals are kind of dull. But that wasn't. That was good. Thank you, Amigos. Amigos Racing Team, if you fancy it, They have loads going on. They've got a Discord. I'm sure they've got a Facebook. One of them might even put a link in the chat. If I had an IT degree, I'd put a link in the chat, but I don't have an IT degree, so I won't put a link in the chat. To prove I don't have an IT degree, you won't see a link from me in the chat. But go and see the Amigos racing team in Discord. They're a great bunch, and I must say, a good laugh. I don't talk. I mute my mic because I play in VR, and the microphone's right there, and it sounds like Darth Vader's in your ear roll. So I mute so people don't have to listen to me doing some heavy breathing. Oh, it's a right-hander. Oh, left-hander. Oh. So I mute. But them guys, they have bants all the way around, and I must say I did chuckle to myself on numerous occasions listening to some of their high jinks. So yeah, if you're bored with the dailies and you're kicking your feet around, you don't know what to do, pop in. And this Thursday thing, today's Thursday, this Wednesday night racing is the Mazda Alpha Cup or League. There's no championship, there's no table. I think you just turn up, you just rock in, sign up on the morning of if you want, rock up with your Mazda or your Alpha. You don't even have to bother with a livery. Look at Quinny. Did he bother? What effort did you make, Quinny? What effort? You turned up. Just like your birth. Right then. So Hockers won. No Hasselhoff came second, and the Quinster came in third. Thank you, everyone. There's no more to say. Hopefully we'll have a stream tomorrow with the, what are they called, World Community Racing? But I think they filled the lobby up. So if there's no stream, it means they filled the lobby up and I'm not welcome anymore. Because who's got room for a streamer when you can race? Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.